been just, obviously it's only been a few months, but just the importance of getting around the whole state to Little Rock, to Central Arkansas?
Yeah, it's absolutely important. I think when I first got my very first press conference, I said I'd love to make it to every city and meet all the great fans and the great support throughout the entire state, because we understand what the football program means to the entire state. It's huge for us to get to Little Rock, be back here, show face, obviously speak to so many of the great people in the city, in this community, but this entire state. The more we can get around, the better it is for everybody.
Spring practice is coming up. Just what are the expectations and what are you looking forward to the most?
Yeah, first, kind of seeing what we have. A lot of times just getting a feel for, seeing the guys move around in the morning workouts and what they do, weightlifting, and have an understanding of how they learn the scheme. But it means a lot different when you put the pads on. So just getting a feel for it, right? We're going to install basics throughout the spring. We get 15 practices, including a spring game, which we announced what we're doing. But really want to see if they compete. We want to see who can step up, who can stand out, and what ultimately we have.
The offensive stuff, a little bit about the QB battle. You had mentioned, he's like, I just kind of want to see them just go out, hands off. Just what was your reaction to that?
Yeah, no, I think that's part of it. It's a true competition at that. And in fact, every position we've talked about, even at defensive ends with Quincy Rhodes Jr., every position is a complete battle. It's a competitive battle all the way through August to figure out what we have, see what we have. Everybody wants to talk about the quarterback position, and like Coach Crimsey said, we're going to let these guys battle it out and see what we're capable of. The good news is the cupboard's not bare, not at any position. We like who we have, we like what we have. Obviously, spring football will be a great indicator.
So much of your job the last few months has been selling the program, selling the vision. How do you feel like the state has kind of embraced what you've been bringing?
Well, I think the biggest thing we can do is right when we landed here, within the first 48 hours, right, flipping a lot of those kids to keep them in state. I go back and talk about this, right? 10 of our 19 signees out of high school were from the great state of Arkansas. And so what's happened is a lot of the people throughout the state said, okay, he's not just talking about, he's putting into action every single day, and then being able to assemble a great staff, keeping the guys on the roster. Listen, it's been great. The entire state's been supportive. We're thrilled about it. Obviously, we know we got to win football games, but the guys are working tirelessly, and the reception's been wonderful.